I'm stuck.
Don't even start with naked. No,
I'm stuck in one place.
No stickers.
Because I'm breastfeeding.
Mama?
And Christine decided to decorate my face. She thought it needed a beard. A beard of stickers. Isn't that right, Christine? Is Mama's face pretty now? Is it pretty now? Another one? Is it pretty? Yeah? Okay.
So today was a fun day. Hung out with my buddy Tyler. And then hung out with my buddy Chris and Nick and Morgan. And got a lot done. It's been a long week. It's been a long few months. Since my grandfather passed, there's been a lot of drama, and I'm not going to get into it because it's just personal and everybody's so touchy right now. But basically, everybody's hurting right now. Grief is something that comes in, takes away practicality, takes away common sense, and it just puts you into a state of mind where it's survival. It's, does this benefit me? If yes, get it at all costs. If it doesn't benefit me, destroy it at all costs. It's what happens when your body goes into a panic mode, a survival mode. When you see someone die and you deal with that situation, it puts a lot of things into perspective, but there's stages to grief. It's not just, oh, I'm sad. That's not how grief works. You know, I don't know all the stages like in order. I'm not a psychologist or anything, but of course you got denial, and that's probably the longest stage where, you know, it just doesn't click with you that this person's gone yet. And so you don't make the wise choices that you should make because that person's not there to help you anymore. And that's the time when people really hurt each other, when they're going through the denial stage of grief. There's anger, when you finally realize that this person's gone and that they're not coming back. A lot of people lash out and just get really angry. I know that's something I really struggled with when I lost my dad. It's something I'm really struggling with now after losing my grandpa. I didn't know him nearly as long as the rest of my family because I'm an in-law. You know, I'm an outsider. But I respected him near the end. He wasn't the nicest guy during his life, but at the end he really shone through and showed the type of man that he was. And I grew to respect him for it. And he showed me and told me that he respected me towards the end as well. And that meant the world coming from him because he was not the kind of guy who showed appreciation or anything like that. There's a few other stages and I forget them, but basically there's a whole long process before you finally get to acceptance and you're finally able to move on and continue living, like really living without the person that you lost. And just suffice it to say, right now we're all stuck in the first few stages and there's just a lot of hurt going on. And I've tried really hard to remain positive and make the best decisions that I can. You know, but it's hard for me being in a Hispanic family, especially that communicates and shares feelings and all this stuff, because that's not how I was raised. You know, my dad didn't sit down with me all the time and say, I'm feeling depressed today. I'm feeling happy today. You know, he was a man where he did what he did and he enjoyed your company. And if he really needed to back off, he'd tell you. But other than that, it was kind of hard to read all the time how he was feeling. You just kind of accepted that he was there and you were there and enjoyed that and appreciated that. You know, there wasn't a whole lot of conversation. You know, and my mom and I, we have a good relationship now, but there was a lot of conflict when I was younger, and we had a lot of problems with communication as well because, you know, I don't know, it's just maybe it's the culture, maybe it's the way they were raised, I don't know, but when I was raised, communicating your feelings was not a big thing. It was, you do this because you're supposed to do this, and that's that. But anyway, it's been rough, bottom line. It was really nice to see my friend Tyler today because we had a family discussion, and I was not looking forward to that at all. And it was just really good to get out and talk to him because he has some issues going on with his own life. And so we sat down and we talked about some of the things going on, and we grabbed a bite to eat. And he likes sand sports and stuff, so we went out and I looked at some sand rails and some motorcycles and things. I'm not necessarily a guy who would buy that kind of thing, but it's nice to dream and just kind of look and, you know, what if, you know, like with the job that I'm getting now in the future, that might be something that I could do. Not right now, obviously. I can't even afford one car payment, so that's not a reality yet. But in the future. Yeah, so it's nice to just dream a little bit, spend some time with someone who understands what I'm going through, and everything else. And then after, you know, the whole family conversation, which went better than I thought it was going to go, but there were still some moments of tension, I went and hung out with my, well, now possibly a past student, but with my student Chris Kallstrom. He's been in a few of my videos, and he wanted to learn some basic martial arts and start working on himself as a man. So I taught him some of what my dad taught me and some of what I've learned from other instructors, just to try and give him a fresh perspective on life and be able to defend himself a little bit better and start building his confidence up. And he's been doing this for the past few months. I did a video a little ways back which kind of featured a little bit of this, at least referencing what we're doing. And today was his test. So I had my friend Nick, who is a black belt, and my friend Morgan, who is a green belt in Taekwondo and is now studying Tai Chi, both come over just to see what he was doing and help me rate him and observe him. Because me, I can make my opinion, but it's always better to have as many other martial artists there as possible when you're testing someone, because you may miss something. So the more eyes you have on someone when they're testing, the better, because if you miss something, they might not, and you could correct that and help that person grow and become better. And he did a great job. There was a possible 30 points that he could score, and without the bonus points that I gave him for his endurance level and his exercising without complaining and doing some extra exercises while we waited for one of my friends who was late, I gave a few extra points. So he would have got an orange belt either way, but he ended up getting a score 24.3 out of 30. He passed his test and got an orange belt. The possibilities was a yellow belt and an orange belt, and he got an orange belt. So he did really good. I was very proud of him. You know, if he continues, we can continue growing and developing his skills, really start teaching him how to be more offensive rather than just protecting himself and the people he cares about. You know, we could teach him how to be more proactive with defending himself and being more confident and aggressive in a positive way. You know, just where people see, you know, okay, this guy we don't mess with. You know, not about attacking people or being a turd and hurting people's feelings. But anyway, it was really good. So before I got a little time to vent, and after I got a little time to just do something I enjoy doing. And now I'm at work. So I really can't take too much longer talking because I only get, you know, a 10-minute break every 2 hours. So my 10 minutes is almost up. But I just want to stop and vlog a little bit so you guys know what's going on with me. Because it's been hard to film with everything going on. It's just so stressful and money's been so tight. But I want to make you guys a priority and let you guys know that I haven't forgotten about you and YouTube is still something I care about. With that being said, I don't know what's coming. I do have some tentative plans for Wayfaring Trekker. A few requests have come in and I'm trying to figure out which one I want to go ahead and do, which one's going to be most affordable. And then I'm going to go ahead and do it. And we'll have that for you by the end of the month. But until then, we're going to have an intense future. We're going to face it like men and women with honor. Until next time, thank you for joining me on a quick little vlog. I'll see you soon. Hey guys, thanks for joining me today on another adventure. If you like what you saw, please feel free to share, like, and subscribe. If you didn't like what you saw for any reason, please feel free to leave a comment, and of course, there's always the dreaded dislike button. If you'd like to communicate with me, feel free to contact me either through Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. They can all be found under my name, James Eugene Hahn. If you'd like to support me financially, feel free to check out my Patreon link as well. Whatever we do in the future, it'll be intense. Hope to see you there.